Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Grave Reviews Thursday Night Frights, where we are going to take a trip and drive along the highways and come to a little town in Maine called Derry, because we hear that the welcoming committee there is really freaking well. It's a killer wagon they've got.
Killer welcome wagon.
Absolutely. How you doing, Mr. Chris?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Mr. Allen?
I tell you what, I am so glad to be here tonight talking about Derry with you. The week that I've had, the weeks that you've had before this, I think that if we would have just decided, hey, let's just go do a random talk about whatever's in our minds, horror movies, we'd have had a great time tonight. So I'm really looking forward to talking to you about these shows. They're, man. Oh,
it's living up to what I was hyping myself, because I stayed away from trailers.
Yep.
I stayed, like, I got the hint trailer and I'm like, okay, I want to go into this blind. They always screw something up.
Yep.
And going into it, I'm like, I really wanted this to be good. I really did. And so far I'm like, oh, I didn't see that happening. That was.
Yeah, I will be honest with you.
Show.
I went into it hoping for the best, but really expecting the worst, because I'm sitting there thinking to myself, how are you going to do a it prequel? And I'm telling you right now, I'm hoping this doesn't have the Stephen King curse, where the beginning of it's great and the end of it's kind of lackluster. Because I'm gonna tell you,
they make fun of in the original, well, the remake movies with Stephen King saying, Ben's or Billy Boy's, his stuff has shitty endings.
Yeah. So I'm really hoping that's not the case, because so far I'm really enjoying this. But you know what? Before we jump headlong, why don't we hit the intro? We can jam our heads to just a little bit of music. Everybody, thank you for being here tonight. We appreciate it. Cheers to, yes, absolutely. Cheers to everybody. Cheers. And and let's get ready. All right. I don't know. I just dig that.
Every time. It's great.
That's fun. Anyway, not toot my own horn, but yeah, I really enjoy that. So
it's very nice.
It's very nice. Anyway, so just to be for those of you who don't know, or if you're watching this at a later date, we spoil the hell out of out of what we watch. With this particular series, we've been kind of even though we're spoilery, we're kind of light. We spoil light because we want you to be able to go in and enjoy it, even if you have seen this before the show. I tell you what, though, if you haven't watched 3 and 4, we're going to give you a couple minutes now to go ahead and take care of that.
Yeah, just throw it in there.
Just
we'll sit here. I'll
we'll sit here wait a minute. Maybe have a sip. Yep. You know,
it's probably good enough time.
Think a minute. All right, cool. All right, so you should be done watching it by now. So now when we spoil it, we don't have to feel bad.
Yeah.
So that being said, I will say this though. I watched these two. I watched the first one. I watched the second one. 3. I watched 3, and then I watched 4. Sorry, just to be more accurate.
Yeah.
And then I watched them together. And I'm going to be honest with you. They really, to me, these two kind of felt like one extended episode because there was so much from one that went into the other and vice versa. So if we jump back and forth between episodes, please don't hold.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen because of the layout of the shows themselves. So, Chris, on episode 3, we learned some really fun facts. What was your overall opinion before we jump into some details? What was your overall opinion on 3?
3, and you said it right. 3 and 4, it's good we're talking about them together because we have several plots that are kind of laid out before us that really lead into each other. It kind of makes one big episode of lore, baby. Pennywise lore, it lore. I mean, especially episode 4, we go diving right in.
Oh, absolutely.
But the Easter eggs, it's funny, like, to talk about the show. Like, you could dedicate a show talking about what you thought. You could dedicate a show to the artistic part of it, as far as
absolutely,
special effects, CGI or no. I mean, there's one moment when they're on the bikes where you're like, oh, stuff's gonna happen. It got CGI on us. I know.
Okay, so time out. I'm literally watching it, and when I literally went, oh, here we go. Just what you said. I was like, here comes the CGI. Shit's getting ready to happen.
It's real now. I can see some weird mist.
And anyone who knows us knows we love practical. Love it. But man, for whatever reason, when that happened to the show, I got all goosebumpy and excited. I was like, yeah, baby, let's go.
And before I watched 3 and 4, I watched it's chapter 1 and 2, the remakes of 2016 and on. And just to get, which is funny because then I go into 3 and 4 and you see some things that I love the way they're wrapping everything around the Stephen King universe. I mean, the mentions of Shawshank, the mentions of the Juniper Hill, the mentions, there are so many of them that we're weaving together a good story. And the nice lady at the hospital,
who I think is not even alive at this point. I'm not sure.
I don't know, but she's I think she's the clown girl from back in 1908.
Which we for those of you who don't know, lore behind that, the clown girl from back in 1908 was Penny. Okay, before he was Pennywise or what have you.
He was a real dude.
The real dude. That's his daughter.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm with you. See, I don't think she's a real person.
I don't know what. And even if she's not a bad guy, I think whatever she thinks she's doing, it's going to make it worse for some people because she just has that air around her. And it's funny. We got 1908, 1962. Okay, a girl. She's probably like 19, so she's probably in her 60s.
Yeah,
Madeline Stowe is a beautiful woman in her 60s.
Yes, she is.
So she matches. There's just a lot going on right there. That
okay,
so nothing good's going to happen here.
And I also love the fact that in episode 3, when we really meet her for the first time, if you look at watch the titles and everything that's going up at the end, she has no name.
None.
They don't. You look it up. Look it up on IMDb for the second episode. She's not given a name, so you don't know who she is yet. Oh, I'm telling you what. I think that she's right now leading you to believe that she is on the side of the children, but all of the quotes that she's given that her dad says about kids sticking together and all that stuff.
Nobody really dies here.
Yeah, I think that she's not of the turtle. Let's put it
She's a
that
force.
way.
Yes, Maturin is not with this woman.
Yes.
She's following the lights of three.
Yes.
Yeah, there's something going on, and I really think it kind of links to this clown girl. You get a picture of off in the background. She's kind of got close to the same marks as Pennywise had on his face.
Yep.
Again, another thing good to mention: 3 and 4, we just get hints of Pennywise.
Oh,
We get we
I
get
love the title of 3 was Now You
yes.
See It.
Now you see it. Oh, good. Let's talk about that with we got Halloran. We know he's got the shine. He's using
Yes.
the military's using his shine abilities to find this weapon that they
Yes.
can take and use against the Russians. We're in the Cold War. We're right pushing, Cuban Missile Crisis kind of
Yes.
stuff.
Yes, we are.
Which is funny. We introduce our Cuban friend, Will's friend there.
I love this kid's character too. I
Oh
do.
yeah, he's awesome.
There's something about him. I'm just like, yeah, I like this guy. I
He's
like this
awesome.
kid.
He is. He's good. But yeah, we get to see they come to Dick and be like, put him up in a chopper and he could fly around. And they've mentioned something about these beacons, which we find out. We'll talk about in episode 4 a little bit from now. But they're trying to find where this thing might be, and they know it's his active time. So they know it's every 27 years.
Yes.
They know there's something in there. Let's get the guy with the shine out there.
Yes.
We'll give him a little relic from 1908. We get a picture of a slingshot of this little boy that gave it to a little girl. Some crazy stuff happened. And he's up there. And the best part was this. We get the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland. Who are you? Like it's this like
and it was Skarsgård.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It was Skarsgård doing the Pennywise voice. Who
so good.
You? And I was sitting there going, whoa. And I loved his comment going when the Colonel was like, after, and he's talked to him about it. He's like, oh no, I didn't just see him. He saw.
Yeah.
Me.
He and he said something where it was like he wasn't supposed to see.
He wasn't supposed to see us. Exactly.
It was, and I think Pennywise sees Dick up there, Halloran, as what are you? Like, not only who are you, but you're different.
Yeah.
And a great scene where that's happening. He sees the bodies floating, which I think we're going to get some real body count coming soon.
Yes.
And I think it's his grandmother that comes around and snaps him out of it just before.
Yes.
Would have jumped out the damn helicopter thinking it was the sewer grate.
Well, and here's something else that I heard someone say this week that I thought was great. It was the slingshot that he was using to shine off of.
Yep.
But they said he was the human compass. And it was really flippant the way it was said. It was like, well, what else is shaped like a
What's shaped like a slingshot?
So
we turn it around.
A defining rod. Right?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool way to look at it.
It was nice. And when you try to put, so immediately I'm thinking, all right, so the elderly native woman in the pawn shop that we eventually see Stephen King running later on down the line.
Yes.
She's a little girl. Okay. All right. I got that. Like I didn't need help with that one.
Right.
I got that one off. Okay. Who is this Francis kid? And we come to find out he's our colonel. He's our colonel in charge of everything going on, coming back because he's now in the military and says, I know of a place that we might find this ultimate weapon. We got a guy over here that's shining away, and we found a dude with something's wrong with his amygdala. He has no fear.
I also love the fact that when he went to the shop to see her for the first time, and he said, I didn't remember you until I saw your name, and then during the flashbacks when they were kids, he says, we're leaving tomorrow. Please don't ever forget, ever forget. I will never forget you. And she says, no, the further away from here you get, the more you forget. That's kind of the way this thing works. So to see it as an adult, when he goes, I didn't remember you until, I was like, and of course because he was already back in Derry.
Right.
So
Right.
that allowed us. I was like, that's really,
It,
really cool.
it's neat. And if you've read the book, there's a lot of mention to this. So the fact that we're getting these Easter eggs, there's gonna be some sort of explanation somewhere about
Yep.
Maturin coming in.
Yep.
Basically, you have the good God, bad God when it comes to Pennywise and Maturin.
Yeah.
Maturin is the most badass of everything, but is also a pacifist.
Yep.
So kind of hard hurdle to get over. It could zap anything into out of existence, but it doesn't like to fight. So
Yep.
we're getting a lot of that. So there's a lot of the book really spells out that it has control all of Derry, that it's a spell upon where people see kids beating the crap out of each other in streets. It's just something that happens.
Right, which
Um,
we kind of we talked about that a little bit in our last show. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch the
yep,
last show.
yep. The death, the rot. That once you leave that, it's wearing off of you, and that's why you forget this place. And that's how Pennywise, well, eventually Pennywise, it
Survive.
survives is because once you get away, you don't think about sending any help because it's over.
Yeah, it's almost like you're so relieved to be out of Derry that really within minutes of that relief you start to be like, well, wait a minute, why was it that I didn't like it? What was it that gave
Right,
me,
you move on with your life.
and you just move on with your life. Yeah, because if you didn't, there'd be someone going in there and blasting the place off, off the map. So
Right. Oh
uh,
yeah.
sorry about that. My headphones were doing something weird and it was driving me crazy. So yeah, I'm with you on that. And I love, okay, so that's in the second one too, so I gotta wait.
Well, we basically the third one is really just kind of setting everything up.
Yeah.
You get Lily comes out of Juniper Hill,
Yes.
who is now talking to this unnamed woman, and you get the feeling like, is anybody else seeing this woman? I wanted
Yeah.
to mention too is that there's no spot where it's like, hey, mom, this is who I talked to from the hospital.
Exactly.
They're sitting in a booth by themselves, and the town already thinks the kid's crazy. So, if she
Yeah,
was there talking to herself, maybe they wouldn't say anything.
yeah, they're not going to be like, what do you think you're doing? They're just going to be ignoring her as best they can, so
Right.
they can talk about her later. You show us if indeed and it may be that she's not real, but other people can see her because that's what she wishes,
Right.
right? Because
Right.
she's not putting off a presence of being evil.
Mhm.
I don't know, man. I'm really excited to see where her character goes and what's being held in store for that. Because I'm with you. I kind of think that she's the daughter, which in turn would put her into the third story as the old lady who got naked and chased the lady around her
Could
house.
be, yeah. Yeah. Well, that would put her at like 116
Yeah.
or something like that.
And,
108.
which she looked like she could have been an animated corpse at
You
that
never
point.
know. You never know.
So
But yeah, we have the Colonel meeting with and reuniting, which sets up like, hey, let's work together. We're just trying to run some gas, move some water around. It's like government stuff. Everybody trusts the government.
he's just trying to lay some pipe is all he's
Right.
trying to
Yeah. And he didn't even remember that's what he wanted to do until he got
do. Oh,
So yeah. Hey,
and that's where my 12-year-old sense of humor goes when I hear him go, well, we're just trying to lay some water piping down. I'm
yeah,
like,
we're
yeah,
just,
he's just there trying to lay some
yeah,
pipe.
he is. And they're playing each other. We have Rose in the pawn shop who's just like, they're up to no good. And
Yep.
she knows he's looking for something.
Yep.
And he knows he's not going to tell her he's looking for something. He's going to give her
He
some
knows that he knows that she knows.
oh, we just want to go around. Now, the Shakapiwa, the natives that are there, they're the ones that have set up protections or what they felt to contain Pennywise. And that's in the book. And then
Yep.
we lead into the fourth episode where we really get into that history side of it. But so we're playing off of each other, which obviously she's leading him in the wrong direction and he knows it.
Yeah. And he's okay with that because he's still keeping her close, which helps him in the long term, in the long run anyway.
Right. Um, and yeah, I love when Dick Halloran sits down with um, uh, Will's father,
Yes.
Hanlon, and he's talking, and he's trying to talk to him, and then he says, "You know what? I know you were there that night when he got beaten up.
Yeah, I could
Um,
feel you in my
I could feel you in my head. I've only felt that once time before, and that was you when you were there. Don't
yep.
ever do that again." And him having that moment of, listen, you don't have any fear of anything. I don't want to be in your head.
Yeah, I don't want to piss you off. I want you on my side, which could
Yeah,
be kind of foreshadowing that the two of them are going to have to join
something.
forces in the
Hmm.
future, which I think would be a great um a great play at this point. So yeah,
And we set up the fact that because Halloran did this thing, he went to the colonel and was like, "Hey, listen, I wanted a spot where all of us people of color could go and have our own." And they're given this decommissioned spot, which in the book we know that Halloran actually owned the black spot, which
yes,
is we're leading up to this fire in 1962.
yes.
So, and we know Dick Halloran owned that before he moved on to becoming a chef at the Stanley.
Which again, the tying in of the lore and the little dropping the nuggets and the nods and the
Oh,
wink.
it's nuggets. Just
Yeah, oh
it's
yeah, and
connections.
and I'm sorry because the name escapes me. I actually meant to write it down, but in the mist they talk about the special project that the military is doing,
Yes.
and the
Yeah.
hotel there in Derry is named that. So every time I was like,
Yeah.
that's so cool.
Yeah. It's good. It's great. I mean, we're linking all of these stories, which is a cool thing to do because we're opening spots where you could do some spin-offs.
Oh,
And it
absolutely.
doesn't have to do with Pennywise. We can go a spin-off for Juniper Hill and its connections to a lot of things. We can
Hmm.
go anywhere from here.
Yep.
And
And
I love we're really basing these off of the interludes in the book. They said they were, and
yep.
we are. We're getting these points, which we know
And,
we're going back in time for seasons 2 and 3. I'm I'm really in awe right now because they're
I
killing it.
I am as well, and I'll be honest with you, I had no clue that I was going to get a Shining, prequel
Yeah, right.
in the middle of the Welcome to Derry show,
Yeah, here's Dick
and
Halloran on screen.
and
Like,
them doing it and them doing his character so well.
hmm.
Um, yeah, the actor that's playing him, I mean, I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. The difference between some of these newer horror films that we're seeing and in the classics that we love is the fact that these people are real actors doing
Yeah,
them, and it makes it, it makes it easier to reach out to those who aren't normally horror fans to reach
right.
to come in and be like, oh, wow. Okay, so
Yeah,
off the subject, but on the subject, I was telling someone just today. I said this is why you and I both like Mike Flanagan,
yeah,
because he knows a way to spin a character, and he's one of those directors who can somehow have his character setting on a park bench, or on a couch next to each other for 10 minutes with nothing but dialogue, and you're glued to it and wanting to know what they're going to say, and
sure.
that's because of this same thing I was talking about, just like in this one, where you're getting the lore, but it doesn't feel like it's back flush back fluff. Excuse me. It doesn't feel like that
Yeah.
you're
It's
that
not filler episodes.
exactly. It doesn't feel
They're
like a
not.
filler episode because it's giving you the lore while it's still
It's
gripping
feeling that dread. It's
and
still giving you
scaring
a
the
little bit of a
snot
jump
out.
scares in there.
Yep.
When they're I mean, like these kids band together and be like, you know, I I can't tell them what I saw because they already think I'm crazy. They just throw me back in the crazy bin. Well, what
Yep.
are we going to do? Well, let's ask the smart kid if he can develop film and let's go take pictures of the scary things. And they go into a graveyard with the Cuban kid that says, like, his cousin told him about his uncle.
His
He lights
cousin's
some
uncle,
candles. You say Santa
brother's
Maria a bunch of times.
ex-college roommate.
Yeah, and it's supposed to bring about in a what do they call it hang on, I have it written
It's
down.
it's essentially the a spirit that is the go
Orisha.
between. That's the go between the big gods and the people on
Right.
it.
They're the guides. They usually help you, like guide you to the good stuff.
Right.
But he has no idea what he's doing. He just lit some candles, Santa Maria,
So, so,
and
so here's my question. At the age of 12, I don't think I would have snuck out to go to a graveyard to sit in a circle and do a seance. Now, at the age of 16, yeah, I'm all in.
yeah.
At the age of 12, I'd have been like, you out your mind.
Well, I mean, but to be fair, one girl was birthed by her mother again as a 12-year-old. Um,
This is true.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the other one's already been to the loony bin twice.
Yeah. And saw
So
and saw a hybrid demon baby come out of a movie screen and rip one of her friends in half, uh,
anyhow,
and then throw him again. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Those two I could see going.
yeah,
And let's face it, the two guys are going
because the girls are there,
because the
and
girls
they
are
want
there,
to believe them. They
and that's
really want to believe them. Like,
and I'm gonna tell you right now, Chris. I don't know
it
about
helps.
you, but at that age, I don't want like I said no, but then I'm thinking about it realistically, and going, okay, there's two cute girls there, and they're asking me to go. Yeah, I'm going.
I'll help.
I'll help,
Yeah,
and I might even make up the damn seance
which it
prayer.
does. Nothing happens with the seance, and the girls are like, "You guys are stupid," and they leave, and that's when all hell you get the CGI tingles,
Yeah,
and these ghosts chase these poor kids through. You've got the ghosts of the dead kids, the brother and sister chasing after them, and you finally get a shot of a clown shape, not quite shaped like Pennywise, but it's got some dead eyes, the dead lights kind of for eyes.
yeah.
And they got pictures, and we're gonna go to the sheriff, and we'll show them. Look at these scary things. That's what did it. And they get there
And the
after.
sheriff goes, I have to
Is this
admit though,
bird shit?
when when, when okay, so this is what he does. Hold on a second here. Hold on. Just play along for a second.
Oh yeah.
He goes. He's looking at the picture, right? He's looking at it.
Yep.
He's like, "Oh my god, do you
Yeah.
believe this?
You see that? Wow.
Bird shit!"
Is that bird shit?
On that statue, I lost it. I was like, "Okay, that's that right there. That
All the
is
pictures that all of them
sarcasm and
saw. Yeah, they saw it develop. They saw the ghostly images. The only picture that actually shows truly anything is this clown shape that's off to the side with these glowing eyes. But it's not. You know it. They know it.
uh,
The sheriff's looking at it like it's some smudge in the camera.
and here's my opinion on that. Right? This is not me or whatever, but based on the lore of the character, even if it was clear,
Mhm.
the adults would not have seen it because
Right.
their minds have been fogged enough to not be able to see the
Yeah.
evil around them,
Well, yeah, it isn't
even though they're the ones
opposed.
committing a bunch of it.
Yeah, it isn't opposed to going after adults. It's just easier to scare the mind of a child.
Yes.
And that's how he likes it. And I love how Will stands up and says, "You know what? What if it's because of adrenaline and cortisol we release in our bodies?
Yeah.
It smells that, and that's what it wants. And when we're marinating in it enough, then he'll eat us." I love that this kid found this out. Like this is moving that story on. Sure, it's a plot device, sure, but
Oh,
if anybody's going to say it, it's going to be that kid
and I
because
love the fact that
he reads books for fun. And
I
this
love
is
the
how
fact
we
that
think.
they're all like, "Well, let's say that is what it is," and and the little kid kid's like, "No, let's don't say that at all." Because I'm sitting there going, that would have been me. No, I don't. No, we're not saying that
No,
he's eating us. No.
no, like and so they all decide, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do. So we can't be scared of it, and we move on to a little nod to the Rolling Stones.
Mother's little helper.
Mother's Little Helper, because she comes back. My mom takes these and says all of her fears and anxiety just go up in the sky and nobody cares.
Because volume
Here's some.
is a
Everybody take a Valium. Everybody hang
volume.
on to a Valium just in case this thing comes after you again. You pop a Valium and you're like, oh, I don't care.
Oh. So episode 4 starts with the kids watching videos, and why is it that every time I see an old style projector camera rolling in a knit movie, I start to get the heebie-jeebies because I know something's getting ready to
Something
happen.
comes out, something dancing. It's nothing good
Yeah,
comes from it.
yeah, no, but I love the fact that it started with the turtles, right, and
Yeah,
in the shell and the duck and cover, and it's like, you don't have a shell like a turtle, so you have to,
right.
I loved that whole thing,
Oh yeah,
because that's what was really going on at the
yeah,
time. But something that I didn't notice until now, or till this episode, is when they um, when they showed the sign for the school inside the gym. Did you notice the what do they call it, the mascot name?
oh yeah. The trappers.
The Trappers, which is kind of cool for a bunch of kids who are trapped in Derry. I
It
thought,
fits with the whole Paul Bunyan vibe. It
yep,
fits with the fact that they were founded as a fur trading
yeah,
like
which
colony,
that area was.
full of beaver.
Yep.
Um,
that, that's the
and
why you think
12-year-old
exceptionally
mentality.
right.
Like we're talking about a bunch of 12-year-olds as a bunch of 12-year-olds sometimes.
Yep.
Yes, we said it. They
Yes, it
trapped a beaver. And these poor kids are trapped too, which
yeah.
is a nice play on that whole thing. The kids are
No, I thought
trapped,
that was really
everybody in the
cool.
town's trapped.
I
Yeah,
thought that
it's
was neat. I thought that
it
was
was
a
good.
neat little thing. So
Good catch.
anyway, so they're watching their educational video, and it's one of those things where you're watching it, and while you're watching, you're thinking to yourself, how this is going to play into something. How is this going to play in? And they're talking about
Yeah.
the parasite and the snails and how it bulges their eyes out and becomes all pretty and stuff, so that it attracts the bird prey and all that. And you're watching it, and the whole time you're sitting there thinking to yourself, because while this is going on, our little female friends, who at the beginning were friends but broke apart, there,
Yeah.
you think she's trying to, at first you think she's trying to make amends, and then you realize that the patty cake, Patty from the patty cakes, is trying is behind something
Yeah,
evil,
they're scheming.
and so they're all scheming against her.
Bastards.
So um at one point I'm just like going, I don't like these kids.
No, the patty cakes, they all
Oh,
suck.
they
The patty
do
cakes suck, and then the kids in the Letterman jacket, they've got Margie over there that she's gonna play on Lily to get her to be like,
uh-huh.
oh, the head boy likes you, and you should go freshen up, and it's all a ploy to play like Carrie,
Yeah.
where the hot boy asks her out, and it's all to make fun of her in front of everybody.
Yep.
And
The only difference
ooh,
in this and that, though, is that in Carrie, at least you got the feeling that he meant it, right? He was
right,
really trying to be nice to her.
right, he
Yes.
realized that, like, oh, we shouldn't do that. No,
Yeah.
we're gonna this poor girl, poor Lily, has been
Yes.
in the loony bin now a couple times.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
for a break for her father dying in a horrible pickling canning accident.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Pickle Daddy. That's his new
Pickle
nickname.
Daddy,
Pickle
Pickle
Daddy.
Daddy, right? It's Pickle Dad.
It's Pickle
Uh,
Dad.
yeah. So she's already gone, which is understandable. The girl needed a timeout in life. I don't think she needed a padded room at Juniper Hill.
No.
That's not good.
No.
And then they were like, "Hey, listen, if you can tell us you can't say for sure it wasn't the guy, then everything will be okay." Okay,
Yeah.
I can't say for sure. All right, well, we're still gonna send you to the loony bin.
Yeah.
Oh,
So bad.
and apparently this time it wasn't as bad as the last, but they try really hard, and I love the nod that Ronnie and Will have, where they're telling the sheriff, and they realize, like, this is going nowhere. We can't keep doing this. We got to move on. Time to leave. Let's go. Exit. Stage right even.
Oh I wish Mar was listening right now. Stage right even.
Stage right even.
I
Yeah.
love it. Yeah. Oh, but the thing, and then our little girl's eyes start to
Oh,
this thing.
turn into the snail.
The
Like,
and
her eyes look like Madonna's bra in the night.
or what was the movie where they had the bras that shot the bullets out?
Oh yeah.
You know, uh,
Yes, I know what you're talking about, though.
anyway, nonetheless,
Yeah.
yeah. So they had that going on, and I will say, as hard as that was to see and to watch, the camera work that they did, where they showed from her point of view, where it showed her her eyes actually seeing things separated. Could you
Yeah.
imagine? I mean, that would be
Oh.
so so difficult to deal with. But here's the thing that I thought was really weird.
Mhm.
On first watch, I was like, okay, this was, them trying to trick her and blah, 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 blah,
Mhm.
blah. I think after the second watch, I believe that the entity, the Pennywise entity,
Mhm.
actually was um um kind of giving the mirage to her so that he could lure in the fake friend and do all that because
And to continue to play on it.
yeah, I think so. And I tell you what, though, when she picked up made her way into the wood shop, she picked up that wood chisel and started to like try to
Ah,
her oh
and then jumps over to the bandsaw,
oh
and
no,
they're
no,
like, "No,
okay,
no,
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 stop,
no,
stop,
no.
stop, stop, stop.
Oh, oh, goodness. Oh,
But
goodness."
but her good friend finally, he wrestles her down and takes the thing away from her, and then
Pulls
her
that chisel back and says, "Oh, I finally got it. She'll stop hurting her." No, she was hurting herself.
yeah,
No,
she nope, not me. And she's holding the knife, right? And the thing on that is that yeah, I didn't yeah. Wait a minute, wait a minute. If you've ever seen the show on Netflix called Insatiable,
mm,
at the end of the first season, the hero's got um, um, a tire iron, and she's beating the guy, going, "I am a good person. I am a good person. I am a good." That's what that's what she was doing. She's like,
right.
"No, I'm not killing."
Yeah, the entire school busts into the wood shop
She's
and
covered
sees
in blood.
Lily holding a chisel up in the air, and her friend with her eye chiseled out, among other things. Like she cut into her face.
Yeah,
Oh, it
it
was
was just
terrible.
awful.
Yeah.
As someone who is a horror movie fan, um, this scene was hard to watch.
And I think you're right. I think doing all of that to Margie plays into Lily going back to Juniper Hill. That she's made it very clear that is her breaking point. She can't
Yes,
keep going back to this hospital.
yes,
This it's what's going to break her, and she says I can't do it, and
yep,
that's her fear. So it's funny doing these things to Margie
yep.
and freaking her out and feeding off of her just like a psychic vampire, but
Yep.
at the same time setting it up to where the fear of your main prey
Yep.
is just, oh, he's seasoning the hell out of that meat.
Oh, sure he is. He absolutely is. Um, and you would think that this covered in blood, right,
Yeah.
would be like that would have made a great stopping point.
Yeah.
But no, there's so
Ooh.
much more story to tell.
Oh, but wait, there's more.
There's more. So this is where we see that they finally get in and they're cleaning out the black spot and they're getting it all together. And I really love the fact I don't know if you caught this or not. And I'm really hoping that you didn't because I'm hoping I
Mm.
get to surprise you, but I know you won't know if you did.
Mm.
When his grandmother comes to talk to him again, did you hear
Mm.
what she said to him?
No,
She said, "Keep that lid on tight."
keep the lid on tight.
So
Yes.
if you remember in
Dr.
the
Sleep.
Doctor Sleep, you
Mm.
found out that Danny was taught by him how to save himself by putting them into a box
Yep.
and locking that lid down tight. So
Yes.
when I heard that, I was just like, "Oh,
That's a
wow,
great
that's a great
that's another
callback."
because that's a callback that goes all the way back and then back and
Yeah,
forth again.
that's like
Like,
one of those callbacks that goes, you
yeah.
go, "No, hey," and it really was. It was one of those where I heard it and I was like, "Wait a minute, what?" Yeah, I literally paused it and went,
Mhm.
"What is?" Because see, when I watch these a lot, especially the first time I watch them, I always watch with the captions on, so I don't miss
Oh,
anything.
yeah.
So
Yep.
um, uh,
Words are important.
actually, I don't. The first time I watch it, I just watch it. The second time I do it with
That's
captions.
where I'm at. Second time, I definitely have the closed captions
And
on.
when I saw that, I was like, I literally just paused it. Was like, "Keep that lid on tight." little on top. And I went, oh, Doctor Sleep.
How to protect himself from Pennywise in his
It
head.
took me
Nice.
everything I could not to pick up my phone and immediately text you and go, keep the lid on tight, and did not say another
I know.
word. But I
Due
did.
to life, we set up to watch these finally after life kicked us in the ass for over a
Yep.
week, and I sat down and the damn power went out like soon as
Oh,
episode 3 started, and I'm
no.
like, "You have got to be kidding me, dude!" Like I am a week behind already. We
I
just
heard.
missed the second, and like we sat, the power went out. So like, finally getting to watch them, I watched them like 3 and then 4, and then went, "Oh, I need to watch it again." So I watched it 1 and 2, and then went back and watched 3 and 4, and I'm like, oh yeah,
What time was it?
I can't say anything.
About what time was it? Your power went out.
It was early, like in the afternoon. It was like 4 o'clock or something. We
The
sat
reason
down to
I'm
watch
saying that
it.
is because I heard
Yeah, it
no.
was us. Yeah, it was definitely me. It was.
It probably took about an hour to get here, but I heard it.
It was so funny because I got my kid caught up. They watched number 2, and we were going to watch 3, and then we were going to watch 4 that night. It was Sunday, and we watched 2, and I kind of fell asleep a little bit in the end. And then 3 was on. It's like, yeah, and then power's
Yeah,
out.
I felt this this little tingle in the force, and
Yeah,
and Mars said, "What's the matter, honey?" I said, "It was like a whole planet just yelled out at
yeah.
once, simultaneously at once, was snuffed out."
Millions of people cried out, "Podge!"
Only it wasn't fudge.
But it wasn't fudge.
It
It
was
was the
the
big one.
queen mother of all curse words.
Yeah, that's how I felt because watching them together again, it was like, man, okay, we can do it. I'll wait. I won't say anything to him because I'm going to want to talk to him about it because there's so much going on here that
Yeah,
it's wild.
it literally was though. When I saw that, I was like, it took everything in me. I actually picked my phone up and I was like, and then I set it back down. Then I picked it up and I was like, no, and I set it back down. Anyway, so
Because like we get like about halfway through episode number 4, and you have all of this happening with Lily,
uh-huh,
and then all of a sudden it seems like that was like the B plot.
uh-huh,
Because now we're coming back to the A plot, which is going back to we opened up the dig sites to allow some of the native boys that have been hanging around. They'll come in, we'll catch them, we'll interrogate them, see what they know, because their intent. Hey, listen, this thing's feeding time is going to end soon. We have to do this now.
we have to find it while it's available, or else
While it's available, it's time. So they bring Rose's nephew.
nephew. Yeah,
Yeah,
yep.
nephew in, and they're gonna interrogate him. Of course, I ain't telling you shit. No, not telling you nothing. So they bring Dick in,
and I love it when he goes, "Listen," he goes, you need to tell me what I want to know because the options are not going to be good for you.
You're not gonna like this.
You're not.
And he goes into that poor kid's head and just it's laid out in front of him, and you get a huge history of what the Shakapiwa have done for hundreds of years because this thing showed up eons ago before there were people.
Yeah, before there were any people on the U.S. continent at all,
Right.
and
It crashed. It's a star that crashed in. It's down in down deep. It's got its own little like whatever it traveled in as far as material. It became part of this thing's home.
It started out they believe it started out they as a holding unit for it,
Right.
and then when it crashed it broke open, so
And it didn't really it fed on things, and it didn't really realize until humans came along like, oh, I can put a fear into these things that makes them taste so good.
and then my spirit could grow and my reach can grow and how
Right.
far I can travel.
He can make a Mentos commercial,
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Dairy freshness.
And it's that mixed with Energizer Bunny because it would just go on and on and on and on.
Yep. And the Chocopiwa had fought this thing and found that if we break apart pieces of what it came in and we set it up around, it'll contain it into this spot and it can't leave.
And that's
go ahead.
I'm sorry.
That's the callback to where Oh, that's the beacons they were talking
That's the
about.
beacon.
That's the beacons that the military is looking for.
And did you notice that when they did the little previews for the upcoming at the end, that the one that they found, the beacon that they found, was the one in the turtle shells?
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
good touch.
Like
Good
I said,
touch.
there's so much. I mean, even down to the little things where when they're playing at the carnival and they're throwing the ball, and you have one clown with the red hair,
Uh-huh.
and you have the turtles that nobody can hit.
Yeah,
Like
and,
you see the ball whiz past.
I was gonna bring that up.
Oh, there's
I
another
love
great turtle reference
that.
to it.
Yep.
They have to tell us what Maturin is because he's a big part in the book that we didn't get in the It movies.
Uh-huh.
You got a bit of the ritual of Chud,
Yes.
but it goes further than that. Maturin, it goes to it. I forget what religion. The world is carried on the turtle's back, and
I think
he's
that
created everything.
I think that they'll have to, because they actually created a new piece of Stephen King lore in this series. The Indians are the children of McCurran, um,
Right.
which is not a reference anywhere else. So
Anywhere.
so hopefully, you know what
They'll
though.
probably explain like this is you need the
I would
help from this.
I would kind of almost hope that they don't explain it,
At
because I
least
like the mystery of it.
keep the mystery of it, but I just like the references right now, and
I do
it's
too.
because the book really spells it out. I think it would be something really hard, and you know what? It could be a good story that we see later on in the seasons. Maybe back to the fur trader times where
Yeah.
the first settlers moved in. Maybe it's sometime we could see. Then we can get a real fleshing out of what Maturin,
Okay.
his involvement when it comes to it.
So can I tell you the Allen's head cannon?
Ooh, what you got?
The head cannon, the exact center of um, the
Mhm.
exact center of our 13 beacons
Yeah.
is where the Dark Tower sits once the world moves on.
Ooh, yeah.
And each one of those is one of the beams.
Mm. 13 beams. You've got.
Uh-huh. See, that's just me.
And it's funny because we talked. You mentioned
Maybe
Flanagan.
that is the Crimson King.
This if we're opening this up to the macroverse, Stephen King's macroverse, which is the multiverse, Marvel's multiverse, King's macroverse. We're opening this up to where like we could do a lot with this,
Oh, absolutely.
and
And
it's fun so far.
and so as much as and there's actually, I don't know, for those of you who are listening, there was a reason why I brought up uh,
Mhm.
um yeah. My mind just shut down mid-sentence, and I hate it when that happens to me. Mike Flanagan, when I brought him up earlier, and I brought this up here, is because Flanagan is doing the Dark Tower. So
Working on it.
yeah, I'd love to see it, because knowing his projects the way I have seen in the past, I would not at all be surprised to see bits and pieces of this series coming up in his
It's there.
adaptation, because it's all there. All right, Chris, we could talk about
Yeah.
this show all
We
night.
could keep going on and on. We end with basically saying the entrance to the caves where this thing is in boom, the house we saw from the movies chapter
Yes,
22.
which made me
It looked
giggle.
and it looks just as run down as it was when they saw it. The rot that is in
Yeah.
that town is apparent in this.
I love the
as well.
fact that it's rotted in this time frame, as much as it was 40 whatever 50 years
Yeah.
later, right?
Yeah.
So that tells you that it is maintained, that because that is exactly what the entity has, how it wants it to be maintained.
The corruption that
Oh,
is evident in its
so
lair.
it was
Yeah,
one
it was fun to see. Like that's where we're gonna lead to.
and the reveal of the way they did it, with the door opening up and then the bright light being where you couldn't see, and then as it faded, as he stepped through and it faded, you see that house, and
Right.
he says follow the tunnels underneath the well, and I'm like going, yay! This is exactly what we saw.
Straight to the connection to the Losers Club parts 1 and 2,
Yep.
and we have our own like pre-Losers Club that we know one survives for sure, for at least a little while,
Yes.
but we have no idea about the rest of them.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
No,
And
nobody is safe here.
oh, and just real quick, I had said I was going to bring it up later, so I'm going to touch on this real quick. Then if you'd like to, we can be finished for the night.
Yeah.
The scene where our hero is fishing with his father.
Yes, yeah, I was hoping you'd bring that up because that's
When
a
yeah, when he sees his fear of his father um burnt and all that stuff, and it says to him, instead of "you'll float too," he says "you'll burn too,"
yes,
which is actually truthful
it's
because
his fate.
he and his wife, you come to find out, die in a fire.
Die in a house fire, leaving Mike Hanlon
Yes.
to be parentless. So yeah, big moment when and this is where his dad is over there shows up, the kid's splashing around, like what's going on, but he is cut up. He is cut
Yep.
up like something was grabbing him and messing him up. And yeah, that "you'll burn too." And oh
And
my
then,
God, he will
and then
burn.
the
Oh,
dad and the son both turn slow, do the slow turn, and you see that single red balloon
those balloons, man, showing up
floating
all over.
and this is why uh this is why this is so, when you see it's uneasy, is because
Mhm.
the wind is blowing the ripples of the water this way, but
Yeah,
the balloon's going this way.
balloons going the
And
opposite way.
it's so understated, but it just gives you that feeling of looking at going, something is
The balloon shows up,
not
or at least the shape of a balloon shows up
right.
several times in these last two episodes. That there's one off in the background, it's kind of out of focus. You've got like some of the maps that they've shown and the pictures they show, you can see what could be a balloon. Where I gotta love the fact that we are getting Pennywise, but we're not getting Pennywise. You're not throwing the clown in our face.
Yeah,
We've got the deadlight eyes. We
yep.
get the outline of. We get that that frilled arm with the cuff that comes off
Yep.
of it, just kind of showing up off to the side. Just those little bits that are enough to keep that dread going. And these poor kids, man, they are seasoning to no end. And Mommy's Little Helper cannot help you when you drop it in the toilet.
No, no, not at all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you right now, I am still saying that these episodes are a 9 for me so far. It has not
Yeah.
moved backwards at all.
Mhm.
It's all they're nudging themselves closer to 10 every
They are. I'm in, and like I said, like we've said it a couple times, these
Yep.
episodes weren't filler. They were lore. They were packed with lore,
Yep.
but they were packed with jump scares. They were packed with some real dread and really getting you the feeling. We got to remember, we are in 1960s
Yep.
Maine, in a strange town.
Yep.
There's racial divide. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's a crazy time in America.
And
We're telling kids to hide under a desk because a nuclear bomb might go off, knowing that that's not going to happen.
That's not going to help. Yeah, and if you have watched this from the beginning, thank you. I'm showing that we have people watching all over the place.
Thank you.
Next time, please feel free to join us here on YouTube, where you can join the chat. Let us know what you think about this. We are taking next week off for the holiday, so please keep your eye open. We will be posting on Twix, Twitter, X.
Make it a tradition this year, guys. Throw in Thanksgiving. It's like an hour movie. It's not bad. Like as far as timing goes, it's a terrible movie.
It's a horrible movie, but that's okay.
Watch it with friends. It's a tradition. I am going to keep going since we reviewed this movie.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I foresee that Chris and I at some point in time, are you watching it yet?
Yep. Yep.
So yeah, I agree with you definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you being here tonight. Chris, is there anything you'd like to say to everybody before we head off to enjoy our Thanksgiving holiday?
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us. If you're joining us late, catching us late, try to catch us live Thursday nights at Thursday Night Frights. Check us out on YouTube at 8 p.m. If you go to bio.link/Greg Grave Rev. That'll give you the links to all of our socials, our Insta, Facebook, TikTok, our email. Reach out to us, and any one of those mediums will get back to you. I knew I have a short review I'm going to put out this weekend of a movie called The Cellar. A guy on TikTok, it's his movie, asked me to check it out. Interesting. I'm going to give a little roundabout for it. But yeah, reach out to us. Tell us what you would like us to cover. Right now, we're covering Derry because we watched it and went, we can't not cover Derry. It's not our normal putting it on our shit list, because it would, honestly, if it was a movie right now, we'd be blowing up a lot of our top rated shit list things. It's definitely better than Sharknado. Saying that doesn't say much. I shouldn't use that as an example. It's really good. If you're not watching it, guys, go check out Welcome to Derry on HBO Max. They're doing a great job with it so far. Can't wait to talk about the next couple episodes. We got 4 left. Can't wait. And until we meet again after the holidays, stay spooky, friends.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you again so much for being here tonight. Come see us here live, because we want you in the chat room. We want you to be able to talk to us and let us know your opinions. We are not gatekeepers. If you love something, we are happy. If we don't like it and you do, we are happy. If we like it and you don't, we're okay with that too. That's just the thing. We are open to everyone's opinion on horror, good, bad, or indifferent. Just come be a part of the family simply by being here, as David is tonight. He knows that he is a member of the Talking Dead, and for that we want to say thank you. And as we always say, until we meet again, ladies and gentlemen, may all of your nightmares be groovy. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you next time around.